This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched online? It's Data Brokers. They collect your personal info, your browsing habits, where you live, and who you're related to, and then sell it to the highest bidder. Aura helps stop that. Aura automatically removes your personal info from data broker sites and keeps it off. It also monitors the dark web, protects your devices, alerts you to real-time threats, and more. Start your free trial at aura.com/listen. That's AURA.com/listen for your free trial.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show. I go out supporting man's games all the time. My man Jonas Hayes will be on the Bossman Show. Golden State Panthers headed to year 3. Brother Jonas, how you doing, my good brother? I see you got your muscles showing. You working out over there, bro. I see you, boy.
Yeah, man, listen here, boss. I was on a dead sprint from our weight room to my office so I can get in here so I wouldn't miss this appointment I got with you. But, man, I'm good. I'm blessed. I don't have any complaints. You know, you start complaining, nobody won't listen to you anyway. So I'm real good. I'm excited about what we trying to build here at Georgia State. I think we have a roster that I really, really like. We had our first team with the basketball workout this morning, and our guys are locked in and are committed to the process.
Man, brother, I'll tell you what, I remember we did this about 3 years ago, man. So your first season, man, that's year 3. I can't believe it. For me, it's your 30th year. How's it feel for you, man? You already been in year 3.
You know, time in life more valuable in time, because once you lose either one of them, you won't ever get them back.
Yes, sir.
And the time that's been spent here building this program to a point where we can get to the tournament and hopefully win some games while we're there, it's gone by so fast, boss man. Time don't wait for anybody. But I think it was time well spent because there's a lot of lessons that were learned. And the thing is, for me, taking over, going 18 inches over to my right, is that you learn more about yourself. And the one thing that I'm pretty proud of myself, I've always been people-centered, relationship-oriented, and this has given me a platform to lean into that more. Because today's kid, man, you have got to create a rock-solid relationship with them. Then you'll be able to lead them. And I tell you what, man, I couldn't be more pleased with the progress that I've made as an individual, but also as a coach, being placed in this position. And so it's not one of those things where I'm only expecting my guys and our team and my staff to get better at what they do. I think a man's greatest strength is understanding and knowing that he has weaknesses, but also working on them. And so that's where I'm at. And it's a top-down approach. Every soul in this program has taken on that responsibility to get better. And we're going to keep moving forward, keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you know what? See where we land.
No doubt. Jonas, man, I last year, man, the record don't speak to how close in games you were, man. Like, there was a lot of games that was very, very close, but all everybody sees the win-loss record. So, but your guys was in a lot of games. Could have won some games. Didn't go your way. It would be free throws, blocks up, whatever. But going back and reevaluating the film, knowing that how close you guys were to winning more games if guys just did the right things at the right time.
Yeah. And so being that close in that many games, that is the biggest tease, right? To be in it, when it matters most, that's one thing. But to be able to attach a level of intelligence and poise in the moments of truth down the stretch, that's where our program has continued to have to find areas to grow. And it's all about how you deal with adversity. And just because you have adversity in games, that don't mean you stop executing or you stop thinking or you stop, paying close attention to detail or your sense of urgency is lacking. And so that's where when I evaluated, I've watched every game of ours last year multiple times. And we just lost. We had a lack of poise in the moment of truth. And so that's an area just from a mental standpoint that I think we've got to get better. And that's not lost on me. So I'm excited about the opportunity we have to show that we've improved.
No doubt, man. You know what, man? I remember I was at the game against OD last year, man. That was the game I was at, man. You guys came back that night. That night, man. I know how happy you were post game. And I think, to me, I was like, I don't think the team last year could have done that. But just seeing that improvement just in that moment, being down, having the student section uplift you, your guys lock in, do the right things. I was hoping that you could have balled it up some more and kept on doing it. But you saw a glimpse of kind of takes you to that tease of what it can be. We just decided we're going to do this tonight.
Yeah. And so that's the level of maturity. You got to have, it's a lot of maturity in being consistent in your effort, consistent in what you think about, consistency in your thought process. And so as you get older and your experiences, you gain more experience, you would think you'll get more mature and you're able to have poise down the stretch. But I was excited. I think our program, I've told my staff this several times, that last year our program reached a corner, couldn't quite turn it. We're going to keep our head down, keep moving forward, and see if we could turn that corner.
And Jonas, with 10 new guys coming in this summer, man, how did you kind of balance the team stuff versus player development stuff? Because you don't want to get guys to gel and feel comfortable with you and your system and your staff, what you do, but also get better as an individual so you can really knock it rock and roll come November the 4th here, which is coming fast and furious, my brother.
Yeah. So what we did a little bit of both. We did both individual attention and in July. With June, we did individual attention. And in July, we did a lot of team. But I tell you what, boss, what we did more so than anything, we worked on our camaraderie. We worked on our fellowship off the basketball court. So when you have so many new faces, you got so many new personalities, you got so many new backgrounds, people come from all different walks of life. You have got to get those people and personalities in the same room and on the same page before you even can discuss basketball. Basketball is going to take care of itself. We got pretty good ball players. but you have got to learn how to play well with one another. And you have to have some level of love, respect, to have that, intangible, to play well together. And one thing I think we did well this summer is create a sense of camaraderie. And the definition of camaraderie in our program is simple. It's the most deep-seated type of love a program can have, but it's when one player cares as much about another player, his teammates' success and health as he does his own. That's a different level of love that this program is starting to show this summer. And we're going to keep at it.
No doubt, man. You said something very crucial. I know because on the 2 years I had the most success was the team was the closest. It was that camaraderie, and we were player-led. It was accountable to each other. You didn't have to have a coach drag us into the gym or have a coach say, get some shots up or do
Oh, give me a 30-second timeout. Give me a 30-second timeout. I'm glad you said that because I tell our guys all the time that a player-led team is more successful and more fun to be around than a coach-led team. And you just spoke a mouthful that we can end this interview right now. You just took me right on to church, baby.
Yeah, man. Hey, I remember them 2 years. We actually was that, man. We had our best success. I told you off the air, man, it comes from my dad. I told you out there about my dad, Coach McHenry, my dad, Jay's birthday. Yeah. So it's like, he put that in me as a kid, Jonas, about those things and being mature in your game and having shot maturity, where he called the shot maturity, knowing where your good spots are, work on your strengths. That's, get better at that. Be an asset to your team. So those things my dad put in me as a young man, I get to use it when I played now on the radio now with guys like yourself, man. It's like the things our parents put in us early, man, that stuff makes sense a lot now as we head into our 40s.
So you don't understand it while you're going through it, but there's an old hymn in the church I grew up in. You may not understand that, but you'll understand it better by and by. As you get older, you mature. And that's one of the things when I talk about my parents, mom and dad, I give them a shout out, James Hayes and Yvonne Hayes. As I gotten older, I realized I caught more lessons than they taught me, right? Just in the way they live their lives and how they deal with adversity, how they deal with one another, how they deal with other people. And that's one of the, I think, most important lessons in life that you learn if you're observant. You catch more lessons than your parents teach you. And that's certainly the case with me.
And Jonas, where it hits me every time I go to cover the Hawks game, and I go out there to go to work, man. My dad told me this when we used to park it in the Gulch, he couldn't cross that after dark as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Just so.
Look what it's becoming.
Yes. So it blows my mind, Jonas, that my dad lived through that.
Mm-hmm.
Parking in the Gulch where we park it. He had to be away from that by dark. He got beat up back in the day. It blows my mind that my dad had firsthand touching with Dr. King and John Lewis.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Pioneers, and he had firsthand knowledge of these people. And not secondhand, firsthand, he could tell me about it.
Right on the front lines.
It's a blessing, man, to have our parents who really helped mold us, man. Us two ATL boys, we
no question about
things, man.
There ain't no question about it.
And Joe Smith, man, for you this year, or the guys you brought in, you have a good roster balance, brother. But some young guys in the pipeline, some older guys who can really help you this year. So talk about that, making sure you have the right balance of your classes to have some of the pipeline and grow and develop this program. So as you go into year 4 and 5, you have guys that get older, so you can recycle this thing over and over again with guys in that pipeline.
The secret sauce to success in college, in my opinion, is having the opportunity to get old, but once you are an old team, staying old. And so you got to have a good mix. And so we're always going to be in the offing for a transfer portal kid addition in the spring. But we will never, ever, ever forsake the idea of recruiting elite high school player. Because if you can get an elite high school player and you can keep them in your program for multiple years, they then become old, and you can supplement, his teammates around him with the oldest portal transfer addition. So it's a balancing act with your roster. Is you got to have a healthy balance of older guys you get through the transfer portal and elite high school guys you may be able to get in the spring.
No doubt, man. And my ask you, Jonas, for you, How has it changed recruiting wise in that business portal NIL world to figure out a young man's true motives want to be a Georgia State Panther? Does he want to be in it because he likes the NIL opportunities to be in Atlanta, or he really loves the game of basketball to be a part of something that you're building with his teammates, not about himself?
Well, so through the recruiting process, you get to know families, you get to know kids, and you get to know you get to know motives, right? And the one thing I always say is energy never lies, and the energy you get from a kid and his family is always true. And if you second guess that, if you second guess any portion of a kid's character, you may need to second guess and second think that addition to your team. We here at Georgia State, we like to have, I believe in sport and virtue. All right, who says just because you're a good ball player, you got to be a terrible person? I want them both. And I think a part of building a championship culture, which will lead to a championship team, a championship program, is you got to get championship people. Yeah, we won't recruit bums here in terms of basketball talent, but you got to recruit championship people if you want to be a championship program. And if you are concerned about doing what's right, treating people right, that's kind of sort of what I'm looking for. And you only get that answer in the recruiting process. And we're very intentional in that. We're very intentional.
No doubt, man. I'm asking you, if I got a few more for you, Jonas. You gave my man Danny, he's earned it, associate head coach in the position now. Talk about his impact on your staff, man, and what Danny's meant to you, man, and what this program, but given that reward of being now associate head coach of this great program that you're CEO of.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job. I've known him for a few years. He is as prepared to be a head coach as anybody in our league, anybody in the country. I think he's just, waiting on the opportunity. And once it comes, he'll be ready for it. But he is as organized, detail-oriented. He's unbelievable with identifying talent, connecting with our locker room, building relationships. And he's very good on the court. He's a teacher of the game. Actually, in his former life, he was actually a classroom teacher. So he has those type qualities. And I tell you what, one of his greatest qualities is his not only his organization, but his communication skills. And he gets it. He gets me. He understands what I want. And I think we work well together.
No doubt, man. The Sun Belt Conference, bro, was one of the best mid-major conferences in America, in my opinion. You coaching in it every night, but all those games a year. Talk about just the competition of your league, man, the coaching, the talent that people need to realize how good this conference actually is from top to bottom.
It's a phenomenal conference, and so the year that I get the job, it was at the same time James Madison, Marshall, Southern Miss, and Old Dominion, they joined the league. So the league, which was already good, it went up another level when you add those basketball traditions to our league. But I tell you what, the one thing that really caught my attention, and it caught my attention very early in year one, is the physicality of this league, the skill and the physicality of this league. There are some hell of a coaches. There are some really good coaches in this league. But when you look at the level of skill and the physicality, that is something in our recruiting. We've had to kind of slightly adjust in our recruiting what we were looking for. And I thought we handled that. But it is a phenomenal league. I think our league office, Commissioner Keith, he's done a phenomenal job with his staff in trying to promote basketball. I think when we go down to our Sun Belt Media Days in New Orleans, that's a top-notch event, and it's something that's I look forward to. But I think this league, I don't think it's as underrated as you think. People know the value and the quality of basketball in this league, and we're going to hold our weight.
And so that's one for you, man. Talk about just all the improvements around the Hank, man, Comcast City, all the stuff you see being built around down at the Tryon Field Complex over in Cortland. Let's talk about as being a part of this university, man, seeing all the improvements that the administration has put into his program, athletic-wise and academically. How fun is it to sell this to a young man that we're on a rise here at Georgia State? We're really doing something here.
I'm telling you, you talk about the leadership of our athletics department, Charlie Cobb, but our institution and Brian Blake, and the vision they have for that Summer Hill area and turn that into kind of like an athletic village. You got baseball and softball going down there, football is down there, basketball, our arena is down there. There's a lot of area of build up in terms of apartments and just the activity all up and down Georgia Avenue with the restaurants and all the little stops and shops that you can get down and get your little knickknacks and all. It is a phenomenal time to be in Atlanta, but it's also a phenomenal time to be at Georgia State with all the momentum that's moving in that direction. And our guys feel it. They love Atlanta. How can you not love Atlanta? How can you not like it? But then when you couple that with an elite level, university as Georgia State has, but you also couple that with athletics that are centered in downtown Atlanta with all the momentum, it's a great time to be a Panther, baby.
No doubt, brother. Look, man, I look for the best of the game this year to support you. I made it 6 games last year. I'm trying to make it more this way.
Bossman, I would be absolutely through the roof upset if you didn't come to games.
I'm gonna try to make it more 6 this year.
You better get out. You better get that try out of your doggone vocabulary. You better have that tail here.
I sure will, my brother. You know, I'm cheering for you. Hey, I'm very much impartial. I'm cheering for Thomas Hayes, baby.
I got you. I appreciate you.
But hey, fun to talk to you, my guy. I'll see you real soon, my guy.
Anytime, my man. I appreciate you, baby. Got much love for you.
All right, man.
Talk to you. Bye.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcasts on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.